I can't fucking believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe this shit, bro. I can't fucking believe it, bro. Listen, buddy. Lock in, buddy. Focus. Anyways, I'm James IZ. Of course, I'm back yet with another video. Oh man, this video topic. I think I've watched a Nick Shirley video before on this channel. I don't know for sure. Maybe it was someone else's channel, but yeah. So this man named Nick Shirley. Yeah, so he had uploaded this video. How hard is it to survive in NYC? Rich versus poor. I'm all about these types of topics, buddy. Okay, listen. I remember when I was younger, I wanted to live in NYC. I grew up watching those Spider-Man movies and movies that take place in NYC. And you know what I mean, Friends and all that type of stuff, and Goodfellas. I think, does Goodfellas take place in NYC? I don't know. Yeah, like those Italian mob movies, you know. Maybe Chicago, definitely Chicago, some of those movies, but whatever. I grew up in America watching those movies, of course, and I thought that NYC, the Big Apple, was just the shit, man, you know what I mean? And well, in the big year of 2025, NYC is, well, shit. Was it ever good to begin with? I don't even know for sure, but I'm gonna watch this video of where this dude compares the Bronx to Manhattan, and you know, like the types of people, the Dominicans and blacks that live in the Bronx, comparing them to white people who live on Wall Street or who work for Wall Street.
How hard is it to survive in New York City?
Why the fuck you asking me that question, bitch ass nigga? I clicked on the video to solve that question, bro. The fuck you asking me that for, bro? I've only been to NYC once out of my 23 years of living on this planet, bro. The fuck you asking me for, bro? What's wrong with you?
It's the largest city in America with the most people, highest prices, and there's a reason why they call this place the concrete jungle. Simply because everyone is just trying to survive.
And a bunch of never mind. Why am I like this? Because I'm about to say something racist.
And with rents being the highest in all of America at $4,500 a month for an average apartment in New York City.
I will move to a penthouse in Manhattan when I'm sitting on like 20 million in the bank and like a savings account or some shit. Like just 25 million liquid. Just sitting in a savings account too.
Between the rich and the poor, the wealth gap couldn't be larger.
Now, this is based right here. I will tell you what, boys. Listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up that I'm the man in the suit.
Have some people living in $100 million apartments.
Okay, so $100 million apartment for 5 beds. 8 baths. You have 8 bathrooms for what, though?
Into 5 boroughs, with Manhattan being the wealthiest and the Bronx being the poorest. How hard would you say it is to survive here in the Bronx?
It's pretty good. It depends.
Is it pretty easy to get by? Is it hard to get by? Out of the 5 boroughs, the Bronx is the poorest out of the 5 boroughs.
That's true. Yeah, that is true though. I ain't gonna lie.
The only thing that I know about the Bronx, to be honest with you, is Kai Cenat, Phantom, and bacon, egg, and cheeses. That's about it. Boring. We know the Bronx is for poor people, bro. Can we see some drills or some shit, bro? Can like we see some YN in the Bronx doing some drills? Can like we see some YN shooting a fucking music video? Because this shit is fucking boring, bro. Like I get that it's a low income area, bro. I get it.
You expect Section 8 to be bad, bro, but there's the new buildings that's coming out with the Section 8.
Okay, because like he's hyping up Section 8 housing. You can't save these people, bro. You cannot save them. Because the way that he's talking right now, like he's hyping up Section 8 housing, it sounds like he will gladly stay there. And you can't save these people, okay?
Gym, all that, bro.
There's a laundromat, a gym, in the new Section 8 housing, dude. Like that shit is so hype. Yeah, bro. I'm not even gonna hate on it, bro. Because man right next to him has a fucking face tattoo and a neck tattoo, bro. Do you think that these guys are gonna go somewhere in life? I hope that they do. God bless him. I mean, like the way that like he's speaking right now, I mean like he's speaking like he's about to stay in like one of these Section 8 houses. I'm just saying, like,
sucks.
Well, why does it suck?
Because it's New York, where all the crackheads, all that shit is at. And New York sucks. I'm sorry, I've been living here for 42 years.
Okay, so he's been living here for 42 years, and he knows that the environment that he grew up in and has lived there, which is his whole fucking life here, sucks. And yet for some reason he's still there. He's complaining about it, but he's still there.
What's life out here in the Bronx?
Beautiful.
I like this guy. I fuck with him. He says that it's beautiful, and he clearly likes it here. Yeah, bro, we get it. It's a rough neighborhood. Okay, so let's check out the poverty trap. Explain.
There's a reason why this lady, despite having a college degree, is working on the streets only accepting cash, and that's because of what's called the poverty trap. And you must understand this about government benefits in Section 8. They were designed to help low-income families afford housing, but there's a catch. Let's say you're a single mom in New York City making $30,000 a year, you qualify for Section 8, and maybe you're only paying $500 a month for rent while the government covers the rest. But the moment your income rises, maybe you get a raise or a better job, the system starts taking away your benefits, your rent goes up, and if you make too much money, you lose Section 8 entirely, which means if you go from making $30,000 to $45,000, you might actually not feel richer because you're actually losing money because you'll have to pay market value for rent, making you actually poorer than you were just making $30,000 a year.
Damn, that's actually a crazy ass trap. Yeah, okay, yeah, that... I don't have anything funny to say here. That's actually really fucked.
What's life like in a project here in the Bronx?
Well, just to give you a reference, you know it's not going to be the safest place when there's a warning sign that...
Is there any good gyms in the Bronx? Hold up, let me check. Just paused in the middle of the video just to look at gyms in the Bronx, and it's literally just a bunch of unknown non-bodybuilding or powerlifting gyms and a bunch of Crunch Fitness, LA Fitness, and Planet Shitnesses in there. So that's why you should save up your bread to go to fucking Equinox, buddy. I'm gonna skip to like the Manhattan section of the video here.
After you're done paying your rent, your taxes, and your groceries, how much money do you have left over?
I'm usually borrowing money.
Really? So you're borrowing money every month just to stay afloat? Some people here are just going in debt trying to survive.
Yep, basically. I want to move out of New York, but I can't.
And why can't you move out of New York?
I'm born and raised. This is where I belong.
People want to stay poor, okay? People want to stay broke. Clearly she likes it. This is all that this video is telling me, is that you can't save these people. People are going to be themselves at the end of the day, and if they want to stay here locked inside of the confinements of a concrete jungle like NYC, then they're going to do it.
And do you think the government, or do you think the government leaders here are doing enough to bring down prices?
No, because they just cut my insurance, my medical insurance for me and my kids because I make too much money.
Because you make too much money.
I make way too much money that I just lose health insurance. Yeah, we need a new system or something.
And are you paying state, federal, and city tax? So you're getting taxed 3 times.
So like you're paying federal, state, and city tax, and for some reason you don't know why you don't want to move out of New York City.
And I met this guy who decided to move out of his house onto the street and now lives rent-free on the street with all of his belongings.
Got sick of paying rent. Did really well for myself for 10 years, so I'm taking like a early midlife, possibly permanent. We'll see how it goes, retirement.
Are you gonna be living out here on the streets now or what?
Yeah, till I decide it's not for me. It's kind of freeing not have to pay rent and only having like a P.O. box and cell phone bill as my overhead.
What the fuck am I looking at, bro? This man just moved out and took all of his belongings and just lives on the side of the street. And he's still paying city tax! Man, fuck the IRS!
Out here and be on the street?
Yep.
And you think more New Yorkers and other people are going to start doing the same thing because the rent's so high here?
More than likely, yeah. I've already had.
I got fucking psyoped to buy the Spider-Man movies like the fucking Tobey Maguire ones because I thought that New York was cool or something.
Probably in the past 2 weeks, 5 or 10 people saying, not a bad idea. Maybe we could share real estate here. I said, public sidewalk, do what you want. And that's, you know, kind of my attitude.
I want to see what happens when it rains. I'm sorry, I'm just an asshole, never mind.
That's out here, this is what he sleeps on, versus paying the extreme rent here in New York City, versus an apartment like these right here that go for just $4,500.
A studio is $4,800 a month? NYC is a shithole, huh?
Get a really shitty apartment, but for the most part, let's say average, at least over $2,000 a month. In Manhattan, you could live up in the Bronx or Brooklyn and get a little bit cheaper, but you're taking a risk there. Food-wise, I would say probably you.
How about you just don't move to NY at all? Like, just don't move to New York at all. That's a simple fix to me, honestly. Instead of sitting here doing all this fucking math and shit, just don't fucking move here, nigga. Go somewhere else.
Going out, I mean, like a tequila soda here is $10, $12. So
okay, why did I think that? He said a tequila soda, and I just like $12 just immediately popped into my head, and then he said it, bro. Like, I'm just him, you know what I mean? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, nigga. There's just so many things going on. I understand what he's saying, but he's wearing a Super Mario shirt and there's a giant statue of a rat behind them. I can't take this shit seriously, bro. This is the most goofiest place on planet Earth, bro.
Inside of bodegas and inside of grocery stores, prices are extremely high. If I want to drink an energy drink here in New York City, it's going to cost me around $6.
$6 for a C4? How much are the white monsters?
After exploring the daily survival it takes from the rich to the poor, it was time to go to the richest part in all of New York City, Billionaire Row, where an average apartment here can cost you anywhere from $30 million to $110 million. Ma'am, you're living here on $Billion Row here in New York City.
I'm in the $1 billion, yes, this is the $1 billion. The laundry, everything.
I could tell this lady has slept with a lot of dudes from Wall Street. Of course, during her time. Back then.
You have to have some money.
Wow. What did you do to get all your money?
Well, I am retired. I was a prima ballerina.
A prima ballerina. See, I told you she slept with a bunch of dudes from Wall Street. Yeah, so this is coming to the end here. It got a little boring at the end. Why? Because we get the message here. It really all comes down to the dollar at the end of the day. I don't know if any of that even made any damn sense. What I do know is that this is the end of my video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, bro. I'm out of here. I'm done.